Hey guys, this is James from Grabbing the Brisket. We're at the Chive headquarters in downtown Austin doing a podcast. We're lucky enough to have Grill Your Ass Off Seasonings give us an invite. They're having a bash here. What did they call it?
Summer bash.
Summer bash.
End of
summer bash. Of course, in Texas, I don't think summer ends until like December, but I hear you. But how freaking cool is this?
This place is unreal.
It is. It is.
So cool.
It's got a really cool vibe in this office.
So we're on the second floor, which the way we came with the back way, right? And so you get this vibe of like a really badass office, but the mainstay or the focal point of this thing, it's got to be this sick ass bar, right?
Dude, fully stocked bar with.
They have TVs just Vine videos just go throughout the whole office.
I feel like this is how every job, every employer should go. I'm pretty sure this is how it was back in the 70s and the 50s and the 60s.
Right.
There was just full bars everywhere.
Yeah.
Zero productivity.
No.
Hey,
some of the greatest things ever got invented happened in that time frame, right?
I
Think about
believe
that.
it. Yeah.
I would work past 5 p.m. if my office had a bar in it.
There it is.
Yeah, grab a drink, sit back down, get a little extra work. I don't need to go home there so fast.
You work from home.
I would go in the office if it had a bar.
Why would had to work a little late, another late night?
Late night,
so tough,
yeah.
babe.
You're gonna
I'm
sound
sorry.
just very
Sleep at the office.
inebriated.
Yeah.
Like,
My job back in the 70s, they used to have, like, back where the executives, the boardroom, they had a fully stocked bar. They would send the mail guy that worked in the mailroom to the liquor store during work hours to restock the bar.
yeah.
How crazy is
It's
that?
not gonna restock itself.
Right.
But they also had, like, a private room back there, too, as well.
Right.
It was for, like, businesses or something. I don't know.
What was it for?
It's
Business?
Probably,
Business. Okay.
Yeah, probably a casting couch somewhere in there too. Just saying, like
What's that?
little wine.
What's the casting couch?
action happening? Yeah.
Don't act like you don't know.
Right. You've been on those couches before, bro. You know. Okay.
That's how you got that new truck.
So how's
Didn't put
everybody's
in the
week
work.
been? Obviously, we've been super pumped up and stoked for this little road trip that we have that we're underway here. Partaking a little. I think we got a smorgasbord. Did I say smorgasbord? We have a variety of beers going around here.
Yes.
So,
And possibly a few gummies.
yeah, nobody takes
It's
those.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple awesome guests coming up here. The Grill Your Ass Off guy is going to be in here in just a minute. It's Jason Murff, who's their owner, CEO, the guy that started it, and then Paul Saladino, who was our contact throughout this whole thing. So
That's right.
Yeah.
we need a lot more story about how this all started.
Yeah, no, they've got an unbelievable story, and obviously, we'll let those guys, get into that. But they're more than just, which we'll talk about. But the seasonings, that's their brand, the Grill Your Ass Off brand. But they're doing so much with that brand, which is the reason why we got invited to this awesome place, right?
It's awesome venue.
That's the reason we
the
got
charitable
here, is
work
because
that
of
they're
these
doing
guys. That's right.
is just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And we'll have a bunch of video content, not to plug our social media here. Okay, to plug our social media of where we're at and kind of this whole setup. So head over to all of them, Instagrams and TikToks, or just go through our website, grabthebrisket.com, and check this place out, because this place is badass.
And we'll make sure we got plenty of video of the barbecue they're bringing.
Yes.
Oh,
that's right.
For sure.
That's right.
So we're going to do maybe a brisket professor's review of their brisket, if they have any.
Yeah, and for the people that are tuning in, I'm sorry we're not doing the 90-second beer review. I know a lot of people were very, very upset that we're not going to do a 90-second beer review. We're not singing. We're not going to bring our shenanigans to here at Chive headquarters.
Wait, we're
This
not
is
doing a
special-
beer review?
It's a
Is that what
special
you guys heard?
edition. Special edition of
It
Grab
is.
the Brisket. So,
It is.
Live on scene.
There it is.
Yeah, all right.
well, without further ado,
Yeah, let's bring them in here.
All right, we're back with the Grabbing the Brisket podcast. As we kind of alluded to a little bit earlier, we got Grill Your Ass Off here with their whole line of seasonings and their super badass into summer bash you guys are catering. I kind of probably jumped the gun a little bit. Go ahead and introduce you guys. Who are we talking with today?
My name's Paul. I do most of the content for the social media.
Yeah, Pitmaster Paul. I'm Jason. I founded the company back in 2016 and been trying to keep it on the train track since then.
That's right. Yeah, Grill Your Ass Off. In case we said the name already once before, but again, Grill Your Ass Off. Who thought of the name? Was it you? Was it come up with somebody else?
It was kind of a mixture of things. I don't know if you want to. Do you want me to go down the back story of all of it?
absolutely.
Tell
Tell
us.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really the whole entire thought of the spices, the flavoring, all that kind of stuff, and the recipes on the original 4 all started whenever I was still in the military. I was doing a lot of fitness competitions at that time because I was stationed in Washington, D.C. at the Old Guard, and it was just like, it was repetitive stuff. We got off early all the time, and it was just like so much dead time to kill. So it was like, okay, cool, let's just start working out a whole lot. So in dieting down that lane, like, you have to eat bland shit. And being in the north in D.C., like, there's no such thing as flavor. There's like salt, pepper.
There's bland.
Yes, it's horrible. So I would have friends and family send me all the different style, like Texas spices and everything like that up to me. And then I started like cooking a lot more at that point. I was like, well, I can make this shit if they can. So let's start reading the ingredients and then formulating stuff and playing with it. And I ended up having to get medically discharged. I had a real bad accident with my ankle. I had to have it reconstructed, and I had a botched surgery by a Navy doctor. I won't say his name.
No hard feelings.
No. There's definitely hard feelings there. Yeah. During that medical discharge, it was like, well, what am I going to do with my life? I thought I was going to be in the military forever. And I went in to college as soon as I got out. I started flying airplanes using the GI Bill. I was like, I'll become a commercial airline pilot. As soon as I started doing that, I realized this is like driving a school bus in the sky. This is boring as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was losing my mind just sitting there all day long in a plane. And so I started making the seasonings out of my garage. And I had them, but I didn't know what to do. So had a couple dudes that I was in with. They came down to Waco, Texas, had a few drinks, and it was just a collaboration in between us. And then actually my dad was the one who said, grill your ass off. And I was just like, okay, that's not bad. No one would probably carry it in their store because of the word ass, but whatever. And about a week or so after that, had a few drinks, jumped on Fiverr, paid a kid $15 in Venezuela to draw me a donkey on a grill, and that was our original logo.
Fiverr's amazing.
Oh,
right?
yeah. No, it's great.
Like, if you want something done and you're like, look, especially people that are starting out,
Yeah.
Fiverr is the way to go, right?
Fiverr created our logo.
Our logo,
Yeah.
our like, did we
and our sound, our intro.
our intro sound is right. That's cool.
Yeah.
So
No, it was really good. We have a really good artist that's not on Fiverr, thankfully, that does all of our newer designs. And it's
Okay.
it's great to start. And then, like, once you really start to, set a foundation, get someone to where it's the same person making all your stuff.
Right.
And then that way, like, everything it looks amazing together.
right. No, definitely.
But long story short, yeah, that's how Grill Your Ass Off came.
Nice.
And the biggest thing, like, with all of that is, like, as I was there, that was kind of my dark time transitioning, right? I was medically discharged, like, my whole entire life that I was planning on doing just got deterred. And I was hating flying airplanes. And I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. So, like, having the guys that I was in with me, and the consistent communication, the phone calls, and all that kind of stuff with them, it was just, that camaraderie that we have while we're in. And then the other thing is all the dark times that we went through and the dark times that, like, we still go through as veterans, first responders, all that kind of stuff. It was like humor is what got us through everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we have humor in the name. We have humor on the labels. We have all of this stuff, and then food brings everyone together. No matter your race, your religion, your politics, whatever other bullshit, you put out a good brisket, everybody's going to come eat, sit down, shut the fuck up, have a good time.
That's right.
So that's why, our slogan is continued camaraderie through good-ass barbecue.
Yeah. I like it.
I freaking love it.
And then, so obviously military background, right? Yep. And so a portion of your proceeds, how do you give back? Do you give back with your time? You give back with just partnering with different foundations? What do you do?
A mixture of it all.
Okay.
Right? If we gave out to everyone who asked or who we wanted to, we would have absolutely zero money.
Sure.
So we have to be selective with it, and we want to partner with, the best people who are going to make that impact. So back in 2019 is when we first started. The company was growing very fast, and I was like, I don't know what to do with all these people wanting us to give them stuff because we don't have that much cash or time. So I went out to San Antonio, and I met Jen from Chive Charities there. And that was our first time ever doing anything with the Chive or Chive Charities, and I was like, these people are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, they're cool as shit. They have an awesome network. And their charity I love because they do veterans, active duty military, first responders, and people with rare medical diseases. The people who, like, truly need help.
Right now, right?
That fits our brand, our culture, and everything like that. So I turned to Jen and I was like, I want to work with y'all. What can we do?
Yeah.
And we've been doing that since 2019. I know last year we had 93 different grant recipients from our donations from that. And then we have other nonprofits that we work with too, like this Veterans Day. I'm going out and giving an entrepreneurship class with Inspired Up Foundation. We also work with the Independence Fund with their mobility program. So we're going to be donating some all-terrain wheelchairs that they actually build for the veterans' needs, and then also do entrepreneur classes with them at their Operation Resiliency. So a little mixture of the both, but we've just narrowed it down with really, really great partners to be the most effective as we can.
Nice. What year are you in right now as far as your...
So October is going to be year 6.
6 year?
Yeah, October 20th will be year 6.
This is what I love about entrepreneurship, right? People that you have a drive to do something. You're not sure what it's going to be, right? And all things kind of coming together. It's culminating for y'all, right? And this whole plan that kind of led this road that led you here. But I love the fact that now you're already... It's amazing how fast you can learn, right? Because it's always like you're learning by all the errors, right?
Yeah.
That you're making. You're like, well, shit, I can't do that. You start learning tax codes. There's so many things. You know what I mean? Things you never thought you'd even think about doing, right? And you do this, and then 6 years later, you're already obviously you've given back since day one, right?
Yeah.
But giving back to the business side of it as well, I think that's what that resonates with people. Not only these guys are giving back, but they're here to mentor you, to show you you could do this thing too. Find something else you want to give back to.
No,
whatever it is, right? So,
and what you said with failure, that's why entrepreneurs and other people who put themselves out there and risk it, they learn so quick, and that's what I hate. Not to go on a rant or anything, but public school systems, you fail, you're a piece of shit, and no one wants to do anything with you. Whenever that's how you learn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like what you were saying, with entrepreneurship, if you take a step back, or you're like, oh fuck, I failed, I'm not going to do that again. You're done. You're smoked. You're going to be out of business in a heartbeat.
That's right. But I noticed you put your own money. When you put your money where your mouth is, when there's a mistake, you're learning. You're learning a lot faster. If it was somebody else's money, and you're like, well, I made a mistake again. I don't have to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's very cool. Man.
And the giving back part, that's the biggest thing. Money's money. You can make money going and doing anything, but the fact that we're able to do this kind of stuff, we're able to freaking have Paul here from New York, and just all the cool stuff, and be able to give back, that's worth more than any amount of money. Yeah. Especially y'all saw on the stairs all those photos of the Chive charities recipients. Yep. You come and see something like that that's very humbling, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is why we do this.
Nice. The videos, brother. Take us to the social media. I mean, we are big into social media, right? And it's not from it's these guys over here that are putting these videos together. So, are you doing it by yourself? You have a team? Do you?
I would say, well, right now he has people in the company that help me, but in the beginning, my wife did everything.
Right.
I just filmed and I gave her everything. I was like, figure it out.
Cut it.
I need it by this day, and that's how it started. Originally, James found me on Instagram and it was like, hey man, we want to do something a little more. Would you want to do we have this thing called Try It Tuesday, where every Tuesday they send out a recipe. There was no video at the time. It was just pictures and a recipe. And that's how it really started.
Yeah, I mean, Paul just kept on posting our stuff and tagging us in it. And at that time, it was just James and me running the company.
Yeah.
And so we were every single day is a 15, 18-hour day. Crash, wake up, do it again. Yeah. And then do an event on the weekend. So we were just burnt out. We couldn't make any more content, keep up with it. We're like, who's this guy that keeps on tagging us in all these fucking killer photos and videos? And I was like, James, go ahead and shoot him a DM, see if he wants to do some work with us. And then he was just like, fuck yeah, I'm down. And then like you said, that was photos back then because we didn't have the time for the videos.
Yeah.
And then just in the short amount of time that it's been, a year?
It was right after Christmas last year, yeah.
Okay.
Where the video started.
Yeah, so we're coming up on a year. The amount of quality that the contents came to is amazing.
Yeah, and then when I rewatch my stuff, I'm like, I could have filmed that a little better.
Yeah. But you're always improving, and that's why you're doing that, right? So you go back and see something at the very beginning, you're like, what was I thinking when I shot that video? Because you've gone full circle already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then towards more recent, I would watch my wife edit certain things. I'm like, I could have filmed that a little better, because she'll cover up a lot of stuff that I don't even see or notice. So there was a few videos that I did with her, and I'm like, now I'm trying to while I'm filming, keep that in mind, this angle would be better, or maybe you're thinking about it too much, just do it, send it.
Right.
Pray for the best,
Yeah,
you know?
well, that's social media, right? And its finest. It's like you could have a video that you think is not going to do anything, right? Almost like competition barbecue, to be honest with you. It's always the one we don't think is going to do anything that hits, but like it could go viral, right? It doesn't matter. It just how it resonates. It is
crazy.
Infuriating.
It is.
I called him one day. Cause like one video that I put like a lot of effort in did nothing, and then one that like took the smallest amount of effort just was like
This is the pain. These
100%.
I don't feel that pain.
yeah. It's rough.
I did a freaking TikTok, like, and that was one. This is probably like maybe a year or two ago or whatever. It's when TikTok just is massively just blowing up.
It was after like they said like it's after you could use it, right? Because there was a whole time where like don't use TikTok. It's owned by China, right?
First, they did the whole China thing, going to ban everything. But my daughter, my kid, it's all these the teenagers that are on like the very like new trends on the new social media type deals. And I saw the TikTok thing. I was like, what the fuck is this TikTok thing? I'm looking at it. It's like, okay, well, it's just like funny video after it's like Vine or some shit like that. I was like, okay, I get it. And then I was like, told John about it. John, he jumped on and he's like, okay, yeah, hey, let's create an account, grabbing the brisket. And then that kind of took off or whatever. But then I was like, then I kind of got sunk into it. I was like, dude, I got all these ideas here.
Yeah.
I spent like a half a day creating this video, and I was like, send. I already knew it was just going to go viral and it's going to set the world on fire. And it was like, I'm refreshing. It's like 1 view, 2 views. 2 views. I'm like, fuck. I'm so stupid. And then you move on and you go on to the next thing. And like you're saying earlier, it's like I just shoot a picture or a video of this beer salt and it just went viral. It's like, no rhyme or reason.
800,000 views.
That's like
on this
one
salt.
of your audios is going viral with like when you explain the
the myoglobins.
Yes,
that's right.
The steak one.
All the steak videos, I hear your voice. I'm like, that's not them, but
Yeah, I'll tell you right. It's so weird. I'll be on Instagram or I'll be YouTube and I'll thumb through and I'll hear my voice. I'm like, wait, no, that's not right. What the hell?
Where are my royalties?
I thought
yeah, exactly.
I thought that he was posting these videos, these different videos using the same voice,
Audio,
right?
yeah.
And I was like, why do you
doing this
keep
over and over
posting this different
So
videos
weird.
with your stupid same voice? And then John, it was like a week later, John goes, dude, like so many people are using this voice. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Shannon doesn't know what social media
Then
is
he
at
shows
all.
me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Yeah.
It's wild.
So,
I'll
hey,
never figure it out. It's just
I will tell you one takeaway, Paul, that I've got from this conversation is the fact that you saw a product, you saw something, right, and you started posting, and you're like, I'm going to get these guys' attention. I don't care what I got to do, right? You found something you liked, right?
Yeah.
And you're posting, and then all of a sudden it's like, dude, we got to talk to this guy that keeps posting our stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy to think like at that point you were doing that, you had no idea that you'd be doing anything with these guys, right? You were just like, dude, this is good shit, right? This is
It's like I was talking to my wife about it the other day. Like, if you rewind 2 years, because the first time I met him in person was last year.
nice.
So I've been dealing with them for like 2 years. Like, so if you rewind 3 years, like my mom got me a smoker for Father's Day because I used to fish a lot and I had so much fish. I'm like, let's get, she got me a smoker. Never in a million years would I think I'd be flying to Texas like 3-4 times a year, with him. And it's just like a crazy chain of events that have happened in the last 2 years.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
That's what it takes, though. That's what it takes in life to, find something you're passionate about, put everything into it, put it all out there, keep doing the same thing, keep being repetitive, keep pushing content. That's why y'all are successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to do the basic, boring shit over and over and over again. Yeah, and that's it. And that's why, like, every single one on our team that's here today they're true, they're loyal, they love the brand, they love the mission statement, and they're passionate about it. And that'll outwork anyone else, whoever has, motivation or whatever kind of work ethic they say that they have. Like these people like Paul, Olivia, James, Jeff, Asian Jeff, White Jeff, Junior, like they're amazing.
Yeah. Very cool.
We wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah.
So how did today come about, and what did you guys prepare? Like, what do you got cooking down there?
Yes. Well, I mean, for like the end of summer bash, since we worked with Chive Charities for so long, they presented us last year about, hey, do y'all want to throw a party for your customers at the headquarters? And I was like, fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. So it's like, and it's something that I wanted to do. We have so like hundreds and thousands of people that use our product every single day. It's like, how do we thank them for that? Let's throw a badass party in downtown Austin, free food, free alcohol, just show up, have a good time. That's all we want. So that's how they came to be. This will be our second one. Today we were doing for dinner sausage stuffed pork loin, sausage, some Mexican street corn, baked beans, green beans, and bacon, and then just some nice dinner rolls.
Fudge for dessert.
Oh yeah, and we'll have fudge and some freeze-dried stuff here in a little bit.
What'd you prepare for the vegans here in Austin?
There's some beans. There's bacon.
With
Oh
bacon.
yeah, they have
There's
bacon. There's rolls. They're not gluten-free though, so
We might have
pick
an
out the
issue.
bacon.
Yeah.
there's a grass outside. They can
Endless
just go
supply out there.
graze outside.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the thing too. Like after I started using the social media account for the company, the questions that you get, I'm just like, just blown away. Like the big one is like, I don't own a grill, so I'm like, all right, man. Like there's seasonings. It's not like so. That's like when me and him had a conversation about like adaptability. Like the sous vide machine that I have at home. Like I'll cook with that and make a video with that. Like so people like it's just you have to show these people that you don't need a barbecue to use.
But you're telling me this is a barbecue seasoning, but I don't have a barbecue.
Right.
Well, they see the grill your ass off. They're
Yeah.
like, but I don't have a grill, so I can't use your product.
Like, do you have a stove? Or,
Maybe a pan. Do you cook?
Yeah,
in
we
general.
have people we have gunpowder steak and brisket seasoning, and people ask if it's flammable.
Well, no, one guy
Does
bought
it contain gunpowder?
One guy bought a 5-pound bag during COVID because there was like an ammo shortage. He loaded bullets with it and then wanted his money back.
You're kidding me
I
right now.
swear to God, but he has
Swear to
the
God,
email.
I have the
God.
screenshot of the messages.
Can you send that? I love to post this thing.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
legit.
if you
Blur out
remind
his
me
name.
after.
Grabbing the brisket. Yeah, we'll blur the names out.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up because this was like in 2020,
We saved it, though.
like
It's out
during
there.
lockdown.
Right.
But he
We got
bought a
200,000
5-pound bag
followers on
of
TikTok.
gunpowder.
We're gonna make a video on this thing.
Oh yeah, and then he did all of his shit with the ammunition, and then asked for a refund.
They wouldn't fire.
And I'm like, why? And he's like, I thought this was actual gunpowder. And like, I was kind of dumbfounded at that point because I'm like, you have to go to grillyourassoff.com. You have to click on seasonings. You have to click on gunpowder steak and brisket seasoning, and then select 5-pound bag. Then you have to go to Grill Your Ass Off's shopping cart to see your 5-pound bag of steak and brisket seasoning. Then the checkout, the order confirmation, the emails that we send, the recipes that we send after you buy, all that kind of shit. I'm just like, and you didn't see your sign
Yeah.
that this is not real gunpowder.
Yeah.
He definitely shouldn't be reloading
Hey,
anyways.
yeah.
Still
He was
bought
in
a-
California though.
Still
so,
bought a bag.
Makes sense.
I was going to guess Oklahoma.
Right.
I bet you were, Mr. California.
Yeah.
No, they
John's
want
from California.
they
so-
want fertilizer in Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah, but he's lived here long enough.
Yeah, sorry, I
Yeah.
have a dark sense of humor.
Oh man. So your first seasoning y'all launched was the
That was Ma Deuce.
okay.
That was the first and the original one. My goal with that was, and that's how like a lot of the military names came into play with the products. Is I wanted everything you could ever want like inside of a bottle that you would put on a steak. So
Yep.
it's like, let's get what's inside of a Montreal steak seasoning, a steak dust. Like, let's put some citrus peel inside there, dehydrated Worcestershire sauce. Like, let's load this fucking thing down. Finish that. And I was like, okay, cool. That's steak. And then it's like, next thing is obviously chicken, in my opinion, because I came from a fitness background. That's all you eat is chicken and rice. So it's like, cool, we need a good chicken. We'll make it where it's lower salt. Did that. And then I was born in Beaumont, grew up in Houston. So need a Cajun seasoning.
Oh yeah.
Which that one gets a lot. We have so many people who ask me, what do you put Cajun seasoning on? I'm like,
Everything.
everything.
All
What
the
are
things.
Chicken,
Anything.
fish,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, everything. So we did the Cajun seasoning, and then I wanted to do a really, really good pork seasoning, so loaded up with brown sugar. I'm more of a fan of no sauce, so I wanted something that, whenever you use it properly, it'll develop its own, kind of glaze from that brown sugar on there. And that was the original 4. And, like, once we got them done, I didn't know what the hell to name them. So I was looking at them all, and I was like, well, Ma Deuce has the heaviest granular grains of all the different spices. And I was like, ooh, we could call it Ma Deuce for the 50 cal name, and then we'll name everything else smaller bullet sizes, and I was like, that might be a little
Tacky.
too much tacky.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, well, white phosphorus is now a smoke grenade. Back in Vietnam, it was used for bombs, and I was like, it's going on white meat, so that's perfect. We'll call Willie Pete, which is the nickname for white phosphorus grenades, for chicken.
Okay.
It's like, boom, done. And then it's like Cajun seasoning. You can put it on everything, even though people don't understand that. So, like, we'll call it Claymore, because a Claymore is amazing. It's, anyone who listening, if I'm off, I believe it's 684 grams of C4 inside of a little thing. And you have 700 soft seal balls inside of it. They explode. They double because they all normally break in half, and you get a huge distribution of an effective kill area.
Yep.
So you get a huge distribution of flavor with Cajun seasoning. And then for the pork seasoning, it was pretty easy. We called it infidel.
Yeah. Very cool, man.
Love that.
So you guys have a lot of different seasonings now. Is there something like you're really proud of that you feel like is kind of getting slept on a little bit?
Either the Cajun seasoning or Pop Smoke. I know Paul, he just uses Platoon Sergeant on everything, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, but I think the smoked salts are slept on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
I
that
did a
too.
leg of lamb for a fantasy football draft like a few weeks ago, and I salted that thing overnight, and like it really helped because it was a big leg, and I really think it helped, and like even like just a finished food with it's good.
Like
you could put it in
tenderize
a
it?
grinder. Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely made it more tender.
Yeah, right. It's almost like that reverse osmosis or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Kind of just like it'll pull up, and then it kind of sucks that as the
Yeah.
salt gets in, it kind of pulls that back into the meat or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Very
we,
cool.
we don't have any inside this conference room that we're currently in, but the smoked salt, that was something that took me like 6 months to figure out the recipe on.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea how to do it. And then we started like playing with it, and I learned how to basically make everybody else's smoked salt based on color, taste, smell, all that kind of stuff while we were doing it to find that perfect recipe. But like what Paul was saying, like the stuff's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The aroma you get from it, the flavor that you get from it, and you can use it for everything just to replace your normal
Is it
salt.
a mixture?
Do you-
Is it a mixture of woods, or is it a
So
particular?
we have three. We do one with black cherry wood. We do one with alder wood. So your black cherry is going to be like the lightest note of salt. Then we have alder, which is your heaviest present of salt. And then we import whiskey barrel wood from Tennessee. And that's kind of like right in the middle of the road and our most popular. And you just get amazing oak flavor from the charred whiskey barrels.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to try some of that.
Yeah. 100%.
We'll have some margaritas with it. Like on a
That too.
margarita rim. Oh, my God.
Very
They're
good.
so good.
Can you use it as a finishing too, or
That's
no?
yeah. Like I'll,
Yeah,
I'll top
so
a
like-
steak off with it.
Okay.
Because it's coarse, or like you can. I heard my wife's grandma gave me one of those fancy grinders that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can put it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can grind
There's
it.
a lot of shit you could.
But
do.
yeah, like we tell people all the time, just replace your normal salt with it. And it's also great because a lot of people live in apartments and you can't have smokers at apartments and grills and everything like that. So it's like you can't do that. Just season your food with this right here, and it literally tastes like it came off the smoker.
That's right.
So it's
That's
super fun. It's real versatile. You can use it for everything. We'll have a lot of drinks later with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck yeah, we will.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
super
Like-
stoked.
That's my wife made a margarita, but Crispy's mango habanero, like a rim, like that is also used good with like tequila and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just hard. Like, we've developed so many different products now, like, and there's so many ways you could use it to like that. And that's why we do a weekly Try It Tuesday, and now we're actually moving our Smoke It Saturday to weekly and putting out 2 recipes a week just to like product knowledge. Like, hey, did you know you can use this by doing this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The options are endless.
The more you educate, right?
Yeah.
You're just getting your brand out there. The more ways you can use it, and which I think is genius, right? That you have to be, interactive, right? You've got to
yeah.
be out there saying like pushing something,
Absolutely.
whatever else. So
It's also not be like we growing back, like not being afraid to fuck it up. Like people, like my first ribs I made were terrible.
Yeah.
like I remember it very clearly, and even just like with just experimenting with different flavors, like not the, like people like usually use gunpowder on beef, but a few people have told us like they love it on pork and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn.
Yeah, like people put it in eggs, it turns them green.
Yeah.
So like,
Green eggs and ham.
yeah, so like there's a
Why
lot of
not?
shit you could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we come from a kind of like a competition barbecue background, and we'd find a seasoning, a flavor that we loved, and you know what we did? We hid it. We didn't share with anybody. Nobody's saying we bring out blank bottles and we're not sharing it.
with
but
tape up bottles,
yeah.
black tape.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to see what this is.
And same goes with like restaurants and stuff like that. We went out. There's a high-end steak restaurant in the Houston area that they have this. It's a pork belly burn-in type deal, and it comes with like this cherry apple habanero glaze, and it was good. It was really good. And then I learned. Because we had people that we knew that worked there, it's actually just a commercial item that we use in our normal competition type.
It's a barbecue
deal, and
it's
I'm
Craig's, right? It was Craig's.
I was like, I feel bad. I just paid like $25 for this, and I
We
just
make
make
it all-
this at the house.
I know, we always
But
make it at the
You have a lot of
house, you
people
know.
that use these products and they don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And it's so good and so phenomenal. Y'all's stuff is great. There's some in the bag over here that I'm excited to give it a go and try out.
Well,
Yeah.
that's something else. So now we've kind of had the mindset. Now we really don't hold anything back. If somebody comes and asks, like, "Oh, what is that?" Like, we're just going to show you the bottle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We don't hide
even
it
though we're
anymore.
still competing, and it's like if we show you what we're using and we still do really well, like. I don't care at that point. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like, you're not changing my cooking style.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get all the seasonings I got. You know?
Yeah, it's the
so.
same thing with business. Like if I could literally give you all my recipes. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Right.
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 Now I
Right.
got some more competition to fucking
Right.
wake up earlier for.
Exactly.
Right.
You guys are obviously y'all do the R&D all the time. Y'all are in the works of creating new products and any new products that you can probably let us know what you guys are kind of in the works with. Or
I know we had one person that wanted to try some of the new hot sauce that will
let's
come out
bust out
later
the hot
this year.
sauce.
Oh, let's try that.
Paul,
Yeah, pass it down.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah, this is actually real.
This
It's a real
this
deal.
is coming out
Real
soon,
time.
or what is this?
You want to give him a cup or?
a cup, or we got spoons in that plastic bag down there, or you could just drink it out of the bottle.
Yeah. Just take a swig,
Yeah.
brother.
Tell us what we're looking at.
So this is a hot sauce. This is our, I think, 4th iteration on trying to kind of perfect this one. We came out with Fire Chief earlier this year. It's just like a mild, across the board, everyone can use hot sauce.
Yep.
Just something great. Flavor profile was great, and we wanted to, bump it up. And one of the things we get asked all the freaking time is like, yeah, make sure you get a good spoonful. People always ask, like, hey, I want something hotter. I want something hotter. Well, the general public doesn't like things that hot.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's make something for these people who keep on asking for this stuff. So this hot sauce, I'm going to wait until he has puts it in his mouth. We named it something very special that was on point.
Is it called napalm?
No, that's actually our crawfish boil.
Okay.
Yes, so this is called medevac because you will need a medevac after having it.
Oh yeah,
I was waiting for Matt to try it before I decided to.
it's definitely spicy.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Shit, if
Yeah.
Matt says it's spicy, I don't even want to try this.
No,
Yeah.
the flavor is awesome, and it hits you for about a half second, and then it follows up, and you're just like, fuck, why did I just do this?
Yeah. He didn't tell me what.
How
it was.
long does it last for?
Probably
6
good.
hours.
No, 6 hours. coming out the other end.
baby.
I tell you, I want some
Yeah.
freaking chicken wings right now with some of that on it.
Yeah.
Matt, we actually have a cot set up over there for you.
No, that's good. That's really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, it's a good burn for about 20 minutes or so. A lot of Carolina Reaper inside of there. So
Good. I was kind of feeling tired. It kind of perks me up a little
Yeah, I
bit.
was gonna
now.
say it's hot, but the flavor's great.
If the peeps, right,
Mm-hmm.
the people, and obviously you've got a good following, whatever else, but if they want to buy this product,
Yep.
What do they do? Like, where do they go?
just grillyourassoff.com.
That's it.
Yep, everything's Grill Your Ass Off. If you search for it, it'll pop up. Facebook, we have to put a dash in the word ass because it's offensive.
Are y'all? So you're bottling and packaging your own, or is this marketed now? You have a co-packer. You have. You
We
know what I
work
mean?
with a couple different companies for
Okay.
packaging and
Yeah.
things like that. We do certain things inside a house, just like the quality, especially for like liquid goods. We're currently not set up to do stuff at volume.
Yeah.
So we work with an awesome co-packer on that. Our seasonings, we have a co-packer, but we also do quite a bit in house as well.
Yep.
So it's a good mixture of the two. We have awesome FDA compliant facilities that we work with. And our biggest thing is like we make all of our product in smaller batches than a lot of other people. So that way you're getting it's fresh. It's always going to be a quality product. And that's my biggest thing is if you're going to take the time to spend money with us, I want you to be set and good to go.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, you don't want somebody that's like, well, we made all the seasoning a year ago. It's been packaged up sitting there. You're like, well,
yeah.
How is that going to be? Is it going to start to go bad? A little bit. Is it going to age a little bit? Who knows?
Yeah. Sorry. This would be good for all the ASMR people.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all just want to pass this around, get a pinch. This is our infidel pork rub. We actually just reformulated it with a different style of brown sugar, so it no longer clumps.
Oh, nice.
Like most brown sugar.
I think we
pretty
had
cool.
some of this. I think you guys sent us some of this.
No,
I don't know if it was the newer.
We had the OG version.
Yeah,
that's the new
y'all
one.
had
Just
the
came out.
original. So, and that was the biggest thing. Like the brown sugar was great, but it sucks. Having to beat the shit out of the bottle or stick a fork
Right.
in it to break it apart.
Yeah.
So it's like let's make it free flowing. So that's one of our newest product updates. We also made Modus gluten free for the people with weak genetics.
Yep. That's something you got to do. Hey,
That's
let's
great.
be honest with this. Gluten thing only came up last 15
Exactly.
years.
Yeah,
Like,
it just hasn't gone away like COVID.
right. We're almost there, though. We're almost
Right.
there.
No,
I'm gonna be honest.
We have a barbecue sauce that's going to come out in November. We won't say who we're partnering with. Y'all
Yeah.
will have to wait to figure that out. But super good, very rich and creamy. You can open it up and try it. As well, later on, either this year or beginning of next year, we've been working on syrups. So we're going to branch out outside of just barbecue.
Really?
I don't know if y'all have seen...
I saw you guys had a coffee or something online.
So actually, y'all will meet Jordan here in a little bit. That's my childhood best friend since first grade. We've been bros. We've
Yeah.
been in cop cars together, all the kind of fun shit growing up. But he started that coffee company, and he turned around and came to me, and he was like, hey, I want to start this shit. You've been successful with Grill Your Ass Off. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so I've seen a couple of the videos even y'all have made with it. Even at the end where you sprinkled, what was the seasoning y'all sprinkled on top? Was it your sugar? Was there something you sprinkled on top of that? Was
The
it
coffee steak was I used whiskey smoked sea salt, the salt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
salt.
smoked salt.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
dude, that video looks so
so
good.
good.
Yeah, that
You know what I mean?
coffee steak actually was very good.
Yeah, and you used Willie
Yeah.
Pete, which is our chicken seasoning
Yeah.
with it. And
Go figure.
it was funny because you were talking about how in competition, the thing that you're going to think sucks wins. So we were actually setting up with the SEA, the Steak Cook-Off Association, and we were behind the counter. We were grilling things up, and I'm like hanging out with the head guys, and we're getting ready to teach all the judges everything that's going down. So we cooked 2 different steaks, 2 different ways to be able to show them how to do everything. Well, they immediately told me right off the bat, which I did not know, like our gunpowder, since it turns it black, you can't see the grill marks, all that kind of stuff. It would be immediate negative, even though it tasted great. So it was like, we'll do one steak with gunpowder on the bottom and then Modus on the top. And the other steak, we actually mixed together our taco and chicken seasoning. Every single person picked the taco and chicken seasoning versus our 2 steak seasonings. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, did I fuck up and name the wrong product?
Yeah, a lot of people get hung up on that too, because even when I first started out, I'm like, "There's not a picture of a chicken on it. I don't know if I could use it for that." But like,
And that's our biggest thing is like we want it to be universal. Like, and for me, cooking should be fun and easy.
Yeah.
Like once you get complicated and shit is like whenever you
You're like
been
trying to
doing
be a
it for a
chef.
while.
You're like, hey, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a chef here. I just
Yeah,
want to give me some
exactly.
seasonings.
Yeah.
Like, I know I can put this thing together. You know what I mean?
like here's infidel pork rub. Go
right.
season your shit with it. Throw it on the smoker and you're done. That's what
right.
I want. With inside every
Right.
single product is like one and done. Make
Yeah, I'm
it
just
easy.
saying I added some of that hot sauce to that mystery barbecue sauce. That's pretty damn good
It's
together.
good?
Oh, you mixed them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I've
genius.
not tried
You're
that.
that's good to know.
I've had enough of that hot sauce to where I don't want to have any more of it, to be honest.
Yeah,
But-
like a lot of things too. Like even I see you guys deal with it, like from the crossover, from competition to just trending social media stuff. Like I get messages all the time. Like the last video I did skirt steak on like this old vintage Weber I have. It's propane, and I got like so much shit for it. I'm like, dude, I'm making a fucking video. I don't care.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people get hung up on just we talked about it like maybe an episode or 2 ago about I'm not going to say misinformation, there's a lot of information out there, especially
There's too
nowadays.
much.
There's too much, and if somebody comes up, and I think somebody gets a viral video on somebody maybe putting mayonnaise on a steak, and it goes off.
It's not even that.
It's the way to do it.
Now
You got a lot of
everybody,
shit for that.
everybody
just
in
get
the
off
world.
the mayonnaise thing. It's like putting gold leaf on a steak, right?
We'll
Like,
go that route
makes
too
your
as well.
steak better. Like here's the
Yeah, but they see
what
that.
did that
it's like,
surge look like?
has to be
People
the
ordering
best.
gold leaf from it's edible, right? You know what I mean?
Stupid.
Just to make a steak.
It's like the pink sauce shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that, like,
ketchup and
oh.
mayo.
Basically, no. Y'all saw all the crazy stuff with the pink sauce
Yeah, yeah.
Going down?
The,
Oh,
yeah.
the person
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the mailing it off to people, and
with
it's
like mold in it.
There
and
was
everything.
mold in the
Oh,
bottles,
man.
or the bottles were exploded, and
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
People
back to
getting
the
sick.
quality product to your consumer. That should be your number one priority.
correct. Yeah,
Like absolutely insane.
Well, it's like they had so it's an idea, right? The execution just wasn't there. Right? You know what I mean? Like you're like, bro, you're going to kill somebody. Like you're going to get somebody sick or something. You know, you don't know what you're sending out like that.
You're gonna get sued.
You've got to be able to clean and sterilize these bottles. You know,
But
that's
the worst thing is people, unfortunately nowadays, like crave off of that. So that literally just became like a Tide Pod challenge.
right.
And everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, let me get the pink sauce and get sick from it."
Well, it's
right,
like the
right.
NyQuil chicken.
Yeah.
People are marinating chicken in NyQuil.
And
like,
that's why James is asleep in a different
Right.
office because
We made him try it.
Freaking yeah.
It's chicken for breakfast.
The crate challenge.
Yeah.
the what?
The crate challenge. Have you seen that?
Yeah, when they would
Oh,
run
man.
off the
Stacking
ramp
up-
of milk
the
crates.
Stacking up milk
yeah,
crates.
Yeah. I was like cray, like crazy, like
Yeah.
crate challenge. I was like,
But hey,
they're all
for somebody
crazy.
out there, it's like if you can create a pink barbecue sauce and market it, you'll probably sell the shit ton of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's not good, that's the
Right.
thing that's like so
Yeah.
frustrating. Is
Yeah.
it's just like, man, you put all this time and effort into it, and it's like just pink garbage, but people are buying it because it's pink. It's like,
Don't even give a shit.
yep,
All right.
no, and that's like you got to manage the balance with everything
Yeah.
on all of it, and that's been one of the hard things that evolving and adding new product lines and everything like that is like, how do we balance? Okay, we have all these seasonings. Like whenever we did the pickles and olives in our lineup, that was a hard one. I was like, do we stay with the military nomenclature? Do we do something different with it? And then it really came down to like, hey, let's do something still on brand without military nomenclature. So we wanted it funny. So that's why we called the pickles donkey dongs and the olives stuffed with the habanero donkey balls. So
And then the atomic dongs.
yeah, and then we came out with the atomic dongs. And if everything goes good, by the end of the year, we'll have Magnum donkey dongs.
Wow.
I can't wait to read the side of this bottle because you better have something very funny.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's like one of the other things too.
Don't let your friends catching you.
I don't know if we have.
Eating a Magnum Donkey Dong.
No, we're buying something that,
Oh, I got all kind of videos in my mind right now.
Yeah,
for this.
right.
This
right.
is happening.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's Magnum.
I just want to
Right.
see what that order receipt looks like, in your email. It's like, your order of Magnum Donkey
Right. Hey,
Dogs.
price, yeah, get a price check on the
Well,
Magnum.
I think it goes back
Yeah.
to like the wife. Like the wife catches the receipt of you ordering something. What, Magnum Donkey Dongs? What are you ordering?
What
over there?
websites are you on?
What websites are you on?
honey.
Whenever we
Is it
rebranded
made?
some of our products, James and me kind of took the time. We were like, let's make sure we add some humor and like our brand inside of it. So if on the big photo backdrop that we have over there, you'll be able to see it because it's blown up. But our on our Claymore, the donkey on it, our designer did it and he did a phenomenal job. And then he turned it in. The hat was just blank. I was like, we got to put a patch on. What do we put on there? And then just like clicked in my head because he's like holding a Claymore with pinchers on it, so it could be a crab, crawfish, whatever it is, because it can be put on everything. But I was just like, let's put ass crabs on his hat. So like the donkey, like it's hard to see on the bottle unless if you're looking for it, but it says ass crabs on it. And then like
Right,
other
right.
products, like we tried and hide like a penis or something along those lines. Like your wife actually has a T-shirt with a penis hidden in it.
It said, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's at the Taco Dirty to me. It's written in the neon font, and the bottom middle of the M,
Is a mushroom tip.
it was an error.
Gave it the
Error
yeah.
in the printing, but yeah,
It's
no,
like
it's a penis tip in
It's
it.
like the old school Disney sitting there
Yeah,
throwing
right.
in.
Yeah, no, and that was the goal. Is like just have Easter eggs, and like there's
Yeah.
so many people who walk around with that shirt every
Right,
day and
no
never
idea.
know that they got a penis on their belly.
Everybody wants a wiener on their shirt, that's for sure.
Yeah. Until they know it's there.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. So kind of off the subject, not off subject, but favorite thing to cook and least favorite thing to cook.
Least favorite, and no offense, brisket.
It's just so long, right?
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, it
right
was
now.
nice having
Go
you.
ahead
See
and
you
start
later.
this.
Yeah.
Great show.
No.
Cut
Yeah,
that last part out.
it's just so long. Probably my favorite thing, which is ironic because it's basically the same thing as a brisket, is beef ribs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love beef ribs. I think it's like the perfect cut. It's a mixture in between a brisket and like a ribeye on a stick.
Yeah, it is, and
It's so rich.
So rich. I
Yeah.
have a hard time with them. I don't know why. I can cube them. Like I'll take and cube on the bone, and I'll just cut it and just pull off one cube. I'm like, well, that's enough for me,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
It's
they're
like one of those-
super rich and fatty,
Yeah.
and like
It's like one and done. Like,
Yeah.
Anyone who could eat a whole rack, I'm like,
Oh, I can't
so
even eat a
bad
whole
for
rib.
you.
yeah, no, I'm normally about a half a rib, and I'm like,
Yeah.
But everything you make out of it, though, and that's what I love about it. We can make so many different items
Yeah.
out of that just awesome freaking marbled meat. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So the nachos, the tacos, everything comes out of this. The
I made chow
sandwiches.
mein with it the other day.
Yeah, right.
We did beef ribs, and we're slowly starting on another cookbook, but we're about 3 of the 69 recipes deep. So not too terribly far, but one of the ones I was like, well, I have all these beef ribs. Like, let me make 3 different recipes with this beef rib, and one of them was chow mein.
Yeah.
And we made like sandwiches, tacos, and it's just like the meat that comes off there is just awesome. So, what's your 2?
I would have to say the favorite we did last time was a whole picanha.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just like it was up there with some of the best beef I've ever eaten. It's like when I came down here and like going to HEB for the first time was like a culture shock for me.
Right.
Like for me to get certain things like that, I have to like order them. So like when I went in there, I'm like,
You're like, what do you mean you have this here?
yeah, like it was just crazy.
You're like, yeah, no, it's just sitting right over there.
If I come back tomorrow, will you have it again?
Yeah, exactly.
Which
and
meat-
it's all all good prime beef. It's
Yeah.
not like I really enjoyed cooking that. Least favorite? I don't know. I don't really have like a least favorite. I like cooking fish. I don't know. It's a good question. I never really thought of it.
Yeah.
I hate cauliflower, so you'll never get that out of me.
I'm not cooking cauliflower, but
I mean, that is something I hate cooking. It was funny, though, because we have an amazing meat market in New York that's been a long-time customer of ours, carried our product, Merced Bros, and like they do a phenomenal job with it. Well, it comes to turn out, that's how we got our product.
Yeah.
It's
It's my local butcher.
Yeah.
So they had it. They had the stuff. I never was afraid to buy gunpowder. I'm like, that don't look right. And then it just like steamrolled from there. And then
Yeah.
they finally, like I said, I started posting their stuff, and they got in contact with me. So
Yeah.
it was interesting how that played out too.
very cool.
I feel like this is a dumb question, but are there any good like barbecue restaurants up there?
In New York, not
No.
really.
No?
There's
None?
you get like a guy who knows what he's doing with a food truck.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. There's
gonna say-
great food in New York, but
Not
barbecue,
barbecue.
not so much.
There's some good steakhouses.
Yes,
So I
but
would say
I
yeah.
can-
well overpriced and
Oh, yeah.
Seafood would be good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's King, or I don't know, it starts with a K. The steakhouse that has all the pipes on the roof.
I don't remember the name.
Okay.
Because there's a few. There's like
We'll Google
there's
it.
one that I've been to where like Teddy Roosevelt used to eat there, and it's good. But like I said, when you look at the bill, I'm like, I could have ordered for this price. I could have ordered like the craziest steak,
Yeah, right.
Australian Wagyu. I could order that myself for half the price.
Correct. Yeah, and I think that's it's something that we experienced learning how to cook beef, whether it be steaks or brisket or whatever. Once you learn how to do it and you can do it at the house, it's a very tough pill to swallow to go to a very high end
Oh, for
steak
sure.
restaurant
Absolutely.
and pay $200, $300 to get out the door, and you're like,
No, it's the same. No,
You're missing
same
the
thing with
point of those
barbecue.
nights.
it's the experience.
It's the experience. I don't
Correct.
mind spending money. I don't mind paying for food. I mind when I pay for something and it comes out
Garbage.
Comes out garbage. That I have a problem with, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm paying. This is going to be a $300 or $400 meal for us tonight for 2 people. Like, and I get that maybe it's not a lot of money for some people, but it's a lot of money for me. And I'm like, I don't want you to
Better
overcook
be
my
good.
steak.
Yeah, it better
Yeah.
be real fucking
If you
good.
overcook
Yeah.
my steak, I'm going to have an issue with you.
Yeah, that's like
That's-
whenever we're traveling. Like if we're gonna go eat something nice, like I try and avoid steakhouses, and I'll just be like, "Hey, there's a Fogo de Chao. Like they don't
Yeah.
fuck shit up there.
No, no.
Like let's
Right,
go
right,
there."
right.
Give me
But like what you
Italian.
were saying, like barbecue, most barbecue joints, like they're so overrated.
Yep.
They're not good. They're so expensive. Like it's
Yeah.
just like fuck.
That's how I am too.
Their money.
People always ask, "Hey, what's the best barbecue place to go to in Houston?" I'm like, I don't know.
My
I don't go
house.
to any of them. Yeah, swing by the house. I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
exactly.
Have y'all been to Pinkertons in
I
Houston
don't know.
area?
No, I haven't.
But he is good.
They're good.
He's
Have you
really
been to
really good.
Reveille?
No.
So I need to hook y'all up with Mike there. Phenomenal. Like
Really?
if I'm gonna go spend money and eat somewhere, like he started out in a trailer, has a restaurant now, like amazing.
He's got it going.
Yeah,
okay.
he does a street taco sausage and uses our taco and fajita seasoning and our mango habanero inside of it. And it's just
Sounds
like
amazing.
whenever you bite into it, the whole entire texture of the meat's different. Like, and it's just like crazy flavor.
Yeah.
Like very very cool stuff. But anywhere from ribs to brisket to turkey.
It's
all
called
of this stuff.
Reveille?
Yep, Reveille
Okay.
Barbecue.
Yeah, get us that info. We'll
Oh,
hook
yeah.
up with him.
Oh yeah.
No,
Reaching
super cool
out.
guy.
All right. So what's next for y'all coming up? What do y'all have in the pipes? You have anything new you want to share with us? I know they got some things you can't share, right? But there's anything?
Veterans Day that'll
Veterans
come out.
Day, yeah.
We got a really big launch that's coming out for that. I mean, for the biggest thing right now is like we did a reformulation of Infidel Modus. We have some other new products that we're currently working on that we'll let y'all try later. But you know, really, we're just kind of getting squared away. We just moved a new warehouse into Salado, Texas. So that's been a whole entire process this year. And
Oh,
then,
wow.
our team grew from 3 people to 7 people now. So we've
Okay.
had a pretty drastic growth this year. And then a lot of the just wholesale side of stuff is taking away our time from developing new stuff and all
Right.
that kind of stuff. So we got the hot sauce, the Veterans Day drop. We're working on some syrups and other random stuff.
And are y'all pushing? Are y'all in big box stores? Are y'all got anything like as far as I know? You got meat markets, and are y'all like HEBs? Are y'all going that route yet? Or, y'all-
not that route.
Okay.
We're working with some other people like Ace Hardware.
Yep.
Things like that. A lot of the big grocery store chains are not the best thing for a small business.
Yep. They'll squeeze your prices.
Yeah,
right.
and then,
That's why.
At that point right there's no cash flow at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're making pennies. So nothing like that. We're right at, I believe, just under 1,000 retailers across the U.S. that carry us. We have quite a few international ones. And then our average time to deliver is, I think, 2.3 days. So, I mean, a ton of people who get it online.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Well, before we cut you loose here, definitely go check out. Is it grillyourassoff.com?
Yep.
Yep.
Grillyourassoff.com.
That's where you'll be able to find all your
All the
products,
products.
all throughout the United States. Just the states. Are you international?
International.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we do worldwide shipping. We
Worldwide.
got international dealers
Okay.
that carry our products. So, yeah, just go to grillyourassoff.com. You can order from there. You can click on our store locator on there. We have everything set
You
up.
could set up wholesale through there.
Yeah. If you want to carry the product, you can do it directly on the website.
Yep.
Like, we got everything on there. We got the recipes on there. We just redid our whole entire apparel line. We have all that on there. I think we got 13 or 14 different, like, T-shirts and stuff. We're launching hats next week to the public. Not this nasty, sweaty one that I'm wearing, but the one like Paul has on.
Nice.
So, yeah, no, it's all on there. And then, if y'all are on there and need anything, there's a little chat box in the bottom right corner. Hit that. It goes out to the whole entire team, and we're here to help you and make your experience with Grill Your Ass Off be the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love y'all's website. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie. So for the amount of time y'all been doing this, you can tell how much work y'all put into this because
a
you
lot
go
of work
into
in
you
that
look at
website.
that website and you're like, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right. Just getting this off the ground, and then of course you're putting your recipes out there. You've got to have dedication, right? You've got to have people that are dedicated to get those things out the door consistently. So. Dude, I mean, honestly, if there's anything that you take away from like us, like personally for me, like I think as a group, we gotta be better. We gotta be more like y'all. We gotta be pushing one direction. I think it helps. So
No, it does. Is you narrow your focus and you stay true to your mission statement. And that's like with us, that's why we're doing this. It's that continued camaraderie through Good Ass Barbecue. We're literally, catering to hundreds of people and providing alcohol and all this kind of stuff in the Chive's headquarters in Austin. And it's like, I want to open this up because that is our mission statement. We want to bring people together. Like, if you pick up a bottle of Infidel pork rub and it reminds you of whenever you were deployed overseas with your brother, and then you pick up the phone and call him, that phone call could save a life because he could be in that dark spot that's on the edge.
yep.
And like that's what the whole entire thing's about, and that's why I thank y'all so much for having us on this podcast, coming out here, because like this kind of shit is what helps everyone and makes it all better and worth it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jason, Paul, thank you for what you guys do, and definitely thank you for the invite to come out here to Chive's headquarters and be able to participate in the celebration that you guys are putting on. Thank you.
No
Yeah.
problem.
No problem.
Seriously appreciate it.
Grill your ass off, guys.
Yeah, go check them out.
All right.
All right, fellas. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. We'd like to give a special thanks to Sucklebusters Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, YETI Coolers, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Dalstrong Knives. We definitely appreciate your support.